Second quarter of the St. Joe's Prep
I think that's the right call.
Central New York
He took a couple of steps up
game, state championship game, state class 6A.
That was Kyle Fuentes, the tight end, who made that catch. They'll split him out as a receiver, as they do here. He is slot to the right side, headed to Bucknell. And ultimately, it's second down and 10. Prabula will keep this himself on the read option. Quarterback keeps for a couple to the 11 to the 12-yard line, giving just a gain of a yard. It'll be third and 9.
What people watching, tell me who it is, because my YouTube,
Bodies flying.
my Facebook is, tell me who it is. Come on. Who's watching? Who's watching? Tell me out, say yo, dog, if you're watching.
Third and 9 from their own 12-yard line. Prabula with time. Now he's in the pocket. He gets out of that pocket. Now he's back in the end zone. He better get rid of the football soon. As he does, as he's going down, and it's ultimately incomplete. Bo Prabula was in a world of trouble with Dan Daly chasing him into the end zone.
This is the second quarter of this game. I apologize for
picked up very quickly, and you get into scramble mode.
For some reason,
Prabula, you got to be aware of where you are in the field.
On the app I have, whatever the network I have wasn't working, so it's regular cable also.
3 times. That's not a percentage that's going to be good for Central York. Here's Cooper on the return to the 40, 35, and so on the field position battle. St. Joe's Prep is in fine position on the punt return. They're going to have it deep into St. Joe's Prep, into Central York territory around the 30-yard line, depending on where Cooper stepped out of bounds. And the Hawks now have a chance to really take hold of this game early in the second quarter. Up 10-0. That punt that rolled inside the 15-yard line really turned field position, put Central York in a bad spot. They go 3 and out, and now you're going to defend just 32 yards of real estate and trying to keep St. Joe's Prep off the board again. It's a war of attrition very often when St. Joe's Prep is in these state championship games. Not so much what the score is at the end of the first quarter, but they can be very methodical despite...
Sorry, I can't do it, man. I can't hear you when the game's going on.
They take advantage of it. Here's House, gets the blocks, has the edge, has the 20, has the 15, hurdles the tackler, and gets himself all the way down inside the 10 to a first down and goal to go. We'll see where they spot out of bounds at the 7-yard line. So running to the short side, not a whole lot of territory. Higgins with a good walk downfield. House showing the balance as he spins. He picks up a couple of extra yards. Season high running the football for Noble House, 89 yards in a game against Roman Catholic. He's already at 40 after that 25-yard run and 8 carries. More importantly, his team's in a first and...
How's that game when they play Roman Catholic? It was, he just prepped on 44, nothing.
As a blocker, they're looking for Higgins on a pull-out pattern to the right. Good coverage there by Jamar Simpson. Forces the incomplete pass. Nice tight coverage. Don't have as much real estate to cover this far down the field.
I was hoping Jeremiah Carter Jr. would be playing late, but he's hurt.
He's in and out, but St. Joe's Prep doesn't give a whole lot of time to do that. It cost the Panthers earlier in this game on a penalty. Second down and goal now.
They have Marvin Harrison Jr. out. He's playing.
Now they're going to go back as they loop him around to the back of the end zone. Marvin Harrison, touchdown.
Touchdown! Marvin Harrison Jr.
Only where Harrison could catch it. Well, this is perfectly to the back line for Marvin Harrison.
Touchdown, St. Joe's Prep.
For McCord and Harrison as part of their brilliant careers. McCord needed one more touchdown pass to pass Brett Gordon for career touchdown passes. That is his 85th career touchdown pass.
Wow.
Gordon to
snap. Substitution infraction. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Still a try.
You heard the story from Tyler Charlie. Again, Brett Gordon played his high school football at LaSalle, his college football at Villanova, and he threw for 84 touchdowns in his career. Kyle McCord just broke that Philadelphia City record with his 85th touchdown pass. Marvin Harrison needs 2 to set the record for touchdown pass receptions.
Wow, that's crazy if he gets that.
A 16-0 lead, heading the extra point attempt by Antonio Chapa. Okay, Cooper is his holder. Snap is good. Hold down, and the kick is through as well. 9 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. St. Joe's Prep takes advantage of the short field. They put it in the end zone. Noble House with the run. After the Cooper punt return gave them the short field, House took it closer, and McCord and Harrison finished it off. Special teams play, a steeple for St. Joe's Prep. And then this is a great throw. Well timed, off the back foot.
There we go.
Gets inbounds. He ties Javier Buffalo of the Ben Franklin Electrons for most career touchdown catches in the city of Philadelphia with 36.
And
For the son of the great
quarterback is a pretty cool kid.
Catholic grad. 3 plays, 30 yards. It takes the Hawks, and that's again what you can
Actually,
give them that short.
actually had the honors of meeting him
17.
when
Juryanchik talked about that. They're going to be
after the game
just going to have to match them.
a month ago now.
They got work to do because now they're down 3 scores at 17-0. He said to us, we don't have to play the perfect game to win. But
And once St. Joe Prep gets up 35-0, then it's 1 o'clock for the rest of the game. At their mercy rule.
Kel DeWitt with the fine return and maybe looking for more as he tried to cut it outside. He slipped and fell at about the 28-yard line. Had he been able to make this move cleanly to the outside, maybe he gets to go somewhere. But
maybe I will try my app on the network later, second. I don't know.
Right there for Central York. Could have been a big return. But still their best field position of the night as they start from the 29-yard line. And Bo Prabula back to work, looking for somebody to make a big play for him. It's Wright Rawls again, who makes the catch at the 35-yard line. They'll get 6 on first down. No time to panic.
I'm going to definitely try
The sophomore is
the network in the second half.
It's not Sturgis on the carry.
I don't know why it wasn't working.
Central York, he'll pick up a couple. What was second and 4 will now be 3rd and 2. He's averaging 10 yards a carry. Looked like a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, on the network, I don't have to worry about like the copyright it, but
Panthers are 1 for 4 on
when you
you can't punt it back again.
Nice, I don't know about that either.
To the right side. And you're going to flip it to out of the backfield to Simpson. He's got some room. He's got the first down and more as he's across the 45 and run out of bounds shy of the 50-yard line. Put him in motion. He on that swing pass. Good throw here by Prabula. Leads him. Means he can keep his stride going forward. Breaks the tackle. And gets out near midfield. Well executed by Central York. Goes for 10 yards. More importantly, moves the chains. 8:22 left to go in the first half. Central York out now close to midfield. Steve said they're down 17-0 here. Maybe not must-score territory, but maybe really is must-score territory for Central York. Man in motion, they'll hand it off, and now it's a reverse back to Tome. Tome turns upfield into St. Joe's Prep territory, down to the Hawk 45-yard line.
How you been, Anthony?
Right time for Judah Tome to turn it in to close to a first down run. They'll stop him about a yard short. And part of that is after Prabula hands the ball off initially, he becomes a blocker to the side where they're running the reverse. That allowed Tome to cut it back to the inside. And now you're in a great situation inside St. Joe's Prep territory. Second and call it 2. Short 2 for Central York. They're going to flip it out to Tome, and he's in trouble. St. Joe's Prep read that one perfectly. Xavier Atkins all over. They'll bust it up back close to midfield. And now you're back in a 3rd and long situation. Atkins reads this one perfectly, and Tome not even able to look upfield to try and make a move as he was wrapped up right away. Again, all returning starters in that defensive backfield for St. Joe's Prep. Nelson and Atkins, the corners, Talley and Watson, the safeties, all saw a lot of playing time last year in a more normal season when the Hawks went 12-2. And again, a national schedule that they play. Hawks playing in the Philadelphia Catholic League. They are a battle-tested program. 3rd down and 7 now. Prabula going to set up a screen pass. It's Fontes. The tight end's got room to run. He's inside the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. And another big first down pickup for Central York.
I haven't talked about it, but it's a play you and I were kind of waiting for because Coach Janczyk said because they are so quick on the defensive line and get off the ball, we're going to try and use that to our advantage by throwing a lot of screens, and that was the perfect time for that one.
And now they're going a little hurry up. St. Joe's Prep trying to get some bodies off the field, and it's going to cost them a timeout. Hawks were trying to make a defensive adjustment in terms of personnel, and Central York going hurry up, and Tim Roken calls a timeout to slow it down. So the Hawks burn their first timeout, comes with exactly 7 minutes left, and maybe at the same time trying to take a little wind out of the sails of Bo Prabula, Jerry Janczyk, and his offense.
Yeah, they're starting to get things rolling here a little bit.
I think that may
Settle down.
big guy. That might try to senior. He's the coach.
4 straight completions now for
I
Prabula
think
in his
it's
drive.
the
And he's now
what is it? Coaches they now St. Joe Prep.
I'm just listening to Coach Janczyk talk about the work that Bo does off the field, and this air raid offense is progression based. You got to go through your reads and see what's out there. He said he has just picked this up so quickly.
He's not the head coach, but he's one of the assistants. I know that.
The mental side of the game.
I think he's
His brother was
the.
a quarterback at Central York, and he's now at Delaware. Cade, his brother. So he said they spent a lot of time on Zoom and kind of going through some plays and kind of doing some film study for each other. While Cade can't play at Delaware, Bo can play here. They're doing a lot of homework by way of Zoom. So it's all part of the game and all part of the study and the progression. Again, he's up at Central York. Looking right, doesn't pull the trigger, going to throw it across the middle field, it's picked off. Atkins intercepts it as the pass was too high. Xavier Atkins at the return across the 35-yard line, and a flag comes in at the end.
And there's another pass overthrown by Prabula. You can see it. He was going through his checks there to try and find out who was open as he starts by looking right, nothing there, coming back across the field. Did not get a tight spiral over his target, and it's been a big first half for Xavier Atkins as he has the return up to the 40-yard line pending the call.
Personal foul penalty going to be the call against Central York.
All right, I'll take that.
So blindside block is what the call was, although the return was by St. Joe's Prep. But it is a personal foul penalty on the Panthers. And so instead of having it at around the 40, now they're going to be in Central York territory when they start this drive. These are the mistakes that you just can't make. First, it's a turnover, and then add on to it on the personal foul penalty, and all of a sudden Tim Roken's team is back in Central York territory.
And now you're in trouble if you're the Panthers. You had things going, and now you're on the brink of.
I'm trying to show you guys.
Halftime. This is
Somebody try to.
51-7 at halftime last week in the semifinals. Curious there, you're not blocking when you're trying to defend an interception, but there must have been some sort of hit blindside in the field. Central York against the St. Joe's Prep player.
McCord looking for the dagger, looking for Harrison. Touchdown.
Touchdown! Morgan Harrison Jr. for the second touchdown of the day, of the night.
I mean, this is right there. And so many times after you get a turnover and you get into the opponent's territory, you're going to go big on first down. And St. Joe's Prep executed.
The bigger go home, boys. They know that.
To take complete control of this one.
So there is the touchdown that will put Marvin Harrison at the top of the pecking order in terms of Philadelphia area football, not just Catholic, but also the Philadelphia Public League as well, the city record with now 36 career touchdown pass receptions.
That is good.
St. Joe's Prep lead. It's now the Hawks 24. Central York Catholic.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's with check in. But it's commercial, it's with check in. Hey guys, a little bit. JJ's prep is up. As you guys can see, 24-0. I apologize. It was not, for some reason, the network, the app I have on my TV wasn't working, so I had to go to cable. Thank God I got cable. I'll flip it back over. I think it should start back up in a minute. What's up, Joe? My man Joey. What's up, bro? Miss you, man. How have you been?
Stream this game and more. PNLA Championships live and on demand with PCN Select. Sign up events, get more at PCNTV.com. Kyle McCord with 2 touchdown passes on the night. Young man received his first Division I college scholarship offers as a freshman before he ever played a varsity down for St. Joe's Prep. And you can see why. I mean, he just has a great arm. He's got great touch as well. Understands what he's doing back there, the subtle moves in the pocket to get better passing lanes. It's got to be great.
Guys, let me know if this is too much light. I don't think it's too much light, but let me know.
Well, again, that's kind of where I was going with this. We're talking about the records that Marvin Harrison and Kyle McCord have set. He's now got the touchdown record. Now he's got 86. He needs 302 yards to match Brett Gordon's all-time career passing yards. He's at around 100. He's at 170 right now. But he's done all that. This is his 30th game. I mean, with the injuries and the limit, St. Joe's Prep doesn't necessarily always play the 14, 15, 16 games that most high school teams play because they play that national schedule. They only usually play maybe 7 or 8 regular season games, and then they get into the playoffs. And by the time they're here, for example, they win a state championship last year, it was their 14th game. Yeah, and that's a great point to be in only 30 games. And Brett
Matt
had a fantastic career, and he's passing those numbers from the former LaSalle College High School Explorer. Don't forget, Rich Gannon won an MVP award in the NFL, and he played at St. Joe's Prep back in the day, and this kid's surpassing all of those guys.
Yeah. For sure, Joey, for sure, man.
Come out of the city of Philadelphia. Obviously, there have been some outstanding football players to come out of the city to break these records. Marvin Harrison breaking records, Kyle McCord breaking records. It's some legendary stuff, and this has become a legendary program. This has become the cream of the crop in the city. Hey, Marvin Sr. didn't have more catches than his son has? Apparently not. Maybe if you count the ones he caught when he was getting paid by the Colts, he might have no doubt kind of numbers. And Marvin Jr. also holds the Philly record for most career receiving yards as well as career touchdown catches. I mean, let's face it, they've thrown to one another quite a bit. It's going to continue. Perbola across the middle to Fontes, the tight end, with another big grab. And Fontes with it.
Look, Joe.
York across the 40 to the 43-yard line. That's a 15
It sucks, Joe, that we can't do it. Before Christmas, but you know.
They're going to keep connecting quite a bit.
What's up, boss man? Joe, boss man. What's up, boss?
Eventually dumps it off in the direction of Tome, but it's an incomplete pass. What he did is he was trying to release that football. Been a quiet night for Tome in terms of a receiving target. He's 1 catch and he lost 5 yards. He did have a 8-yard run on the reverse. He'll split out to the right side. 2 receivers to the left. Now one of them, Sturgis, goes in motion. High snap to hand it off to Sturgis. Bounces off the first tackle, but has to speed away from a second just to get back to the line of scrimmage and gain a yard.
Yeah.
Trying to go speed.
Just do.
Is really tough. They just have so much team quickness. And it was Josiah Trotter, the younger brother of Jeremiah, and obviously the younger son, who's only a sophomore, who makes the first contact and forces Sturgis back towards the pack of Hawks.
Jeremiah Jr. is not playing tonight. He's out today.
Perbola looking to throw. Pass is caught very close to the
injury. I think they said.
It's Tome who makes the catch. Really no decision here. If you're
after his wrist last week.
It's not a great spot, though.
I don't know if that had. I know he broke his arm last year. I don't know if that had anything to do with Gentry,
A little
what
less than a
happened to
yard.
him?
Now it's about a full yard as there's a St. Joe Hawk down on the play. There is indeed. It looks. We're going to speculate on the defender. Can't quite see who the number
I'll
is.
flip
for
it
St.
over.
Joe's
I don't
Prep.
want to show you guys the
Talk about
player
that
that's hurt.
defense. And again, this is a defense who again is
But,
playing without Jeremiah Trotter Jr. out with an injury. Mike McCormick, who just came back from an injury and had been their starting fullback, came back just
does
in
not
time
look
to
good,
get into
guys.
the starting lineup spot. So
Does not look
he is
good.
a returning veteran, and
Hope
including
he's
Trotter,
alright.
they did have 7 defensive starters returning from a year ago. Missing a key ingredient for that, one of the real leaders of this team had been Liam Johnson, and he wore number 10, and that's become quite a legacy in St. Joe's Prep history. The uniform is passed on to a certain individual each year. This year, it's Nick Jagodich who wears that number. And it's a guy that just brings so much heart and leadership in addition to the ability. It just always seems to be a guy who's going to an Ivy League school who wears number 10. And it's Jagodich who's on his way to Harvard this year who is wearing the number 10. It's really an honor if you're picked to wear that jersey for St. Joe's Prep. So Central York, after the injured player comes off the field, it's 4th and 1 for the Panthers. They're lining up at the St. Joe's Prep 48-yard line, obviously to get to the 47. Pagula wants to throw for it. He's in trouble, and guess what?
Oh, yeah.
Just on cue. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's just a huge.
Let's go.
This guy is 6'4", 240, and before Pagula can even process what's going on,
Booyah!
he's on the turf, courtesy of Jagodich.
Yeah, he did.
So with 4 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the half, St. Joe's Prep takes possession. Guess what? It's Central York territory. 3rd time they've done that tonight. And actually 3 in a row to do that. After the punt, after the interception, and the penalty. And now this sack will start them at the Panther 40.
Booyah!
Cooper slot right,
Booyah!
Hagan split right, Harrison split left.
Marvin Harrison Jr. gets another touchdown.
Off to House, and McCord going for more, and Harrison's wide open. But
Oh! Wow.
Again, they
I was about to say, I just called that.
in Central York territory. So Tim Roken decides to go for it all on 1st down. Harrison cannot run that one down, and that's 6 more. Added one-on-one coverage, which is pretty dangerous when you got a receiver like that young man, and Marvin Harrison Jr. So now it's 2nd down and 10 at the 44. Now they'll get some help over the top with Pagula in there, and they'll give it to
Booyah!
Turns the corner, steps out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And now it's 3rd and 10. This is a must-stop situation for Central York's defense. They would love to somehow get a turnover. Still left in the half after House steps out of bounds.
What's up, Michael?
3rd and 10 for St. Joe's Prep.
3rd and 10 for St. Joe's Prep.
It's Harrison on the left side, and somebody jumped, and it looks like it was Central York. Did they get drawn off sides?
Yes, they do.
St. Joe's Prep doesn't need help to make it a shorter attempt at 3rd and 10, but it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Snap, encroachment, defense, number 6, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Coming up to St. Joe's Prep.
It's manageable for St. Joe's Prep at 3rd and 10. Now at 3rd and 5, they have all and theoretically, they got 4-down territory now for sure. If they decide, if they don't get it here. Court out of the pocket, little shovel past the House. Flag goes down as House goes down shy of the 1st down. Central York said the football comes loose, and it did. So the Panthers have the football pending the flag thrown in the backfield. This is against St. Joe's Prep, obviously looking the ball. It is.
Number 74, that penalty's declined.
So the little shovel pass to House, and it was Logan Becker who was able to reach in with that left hand and strip it free. That's exactly what they needed. A turnover. They've got good field position. Now you got to make something happen. St. Joe's Prep turns it over for the first time. Central York takes possession. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 34-yard line. Still 4:11 left in this first half, so plenty of time. Central York still has all 3 of its timeouts remaining from its own 34-yard line.
I'm great, Mike. I'm great, man. You know, living in life, dude. Just living in life. What's up, Bill?
After spinning out of to his left and looking for Taylor Wright Rawls to come back on the route, ends up incomplete. He stops the clock at 4:03. Really, the only thing different in this 6A championship game is that the opponent's wearing orange this year. I mean, they just, your quarterback has very little time to operate because that defensive front and the linebackers
hoping
the backfield so quickly.
I could get the the network fixed. So go out to Second Hip Winter Network. This is cable. The score is 24 nothing, Bill.
To have a shot at him was the free safety David Watson. No flag on the play. It's a 46-yard pickup on the screen pass.
They go back to the screen. McCormick on the blitz. Middle of the field wide open. Real nice block by Wright rolls. Simpson down the sideline. Able to get to the 20-yard line. Right call, right time. But the problem is you're going to have to be able to find something more than the screen pass to get things going in your passing game.
3:51 still left to go. Prabula, play action fake, has time this time. It has receiver, it's Fontes, who makes the catch at about the 15, and that's a gain of a solid 5 on first down.
That's a good first down pickup. You had some protection that time to be able to see what's going on out there. You allow your receivers to run their routes and get open. You'll take that on first down if you're Central York. Now they have to find a way to cash in.
And Fontes headed to Bucknell. Josh Gaffney, your offensive lineman, playing a lot of defensive line tonight, as well as headed to Albany. Right now, the Panthers are at 2nd and 5 at the St. Joe Prep 15. Another little screen pass to Tone. Tone fights his way to about the 10, and if he got there, it's enough for a first down.
Not going to get the spot for the first down, but great effort. A little crossing pattern. Tackle made by Josiah Trotter.
3rd down and 1. Call at the 11-yard line now for Central.
No problem, buddy. Yeah,
Flip Sturgis from his right hip to his left.
Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is not playing. He's out with a wrist injury, they said.
Still think it's enough for a first down.
I like the call. Don't try to get too fancy here in 3rd and 1. Trotter was able to make the read, but it was the extra effort to slide across the 10-yard line and pick up the first down.
First down, goal to go. First rushing first down of the game for Central York. More importantly, first and goal at the 10. 2:23 still left in the half. And we'll flip it out to Simpson. A screen pass out of the backfield. The 10, the 5, touchdown, Central York. So again, the screen pass works, and it goes for a 10-yard completion for the touchdown.
It's just a matter of getting the ball out quicker. Don't let the defense get to you. Pass rush can't possibly find Prabula that quickly, and nobody contained on that right edge of the formation, and Simpson able to waltz into the end zone for a touchdown. That's a big, big score for Central York.
The 34th touchdown pass of the season for Bo Prabula. And for Simpson, of the year, the extra point by Cole Luckenbaugh is up and good. So Central York is cash one in with 2:13 to go in the first half. It's now St. Joe's Prep 24, Central York 7. So the Hawks' first mistake, turnover, and Central York cashes in.
And they did take advantage. Now they got to play defense. 2:13 is a lot of time here before half. McCord on the scramble, little shoulder.
How you been, Bill?
Becker able to strip it free. It's recovered by Brown, and then the screen pass over the middle to Simpson, and he is able to scoop down the left sideline all the way to the 20-yard line. Gain of 46 in that play. Then they swing it out to Simpson, and he is able to get into the end zone untouched to the first TD of the night for the Central York Panthers.
12 for 21 now for Bo Prabula on the night, unofficially at 116 yards. Now a touchdown, obviously, and the interception as well, and that's the man who caught the touchdown pass. He's been a big spark plug for Central York since they inserted him into the offense. Jamar Simpson putting him in at the tailback spot with Sturgis as well, throwing to him and handing him off to him. He has helped them a lot. Here's Higgins on the return. A flag goes down. Higgins going east to west. He's in trouble. Central York will bring him down, but another flag on the play. St. Joe's Prep called for walked off 4 penalties, 5 penalties against Central York. We'll see which way this one goes. Throws behind the return for St. Joe's Prep.
Return, personal foul, blindside block, St. Joe's number 3, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Jesus God.
That'll back up the
Hawks on the return on the blindside block. Second time we've seen that. One call each way. The Hawks will get backed up deep. It's a matter of protecting players. Obviously a point of emphasis. 2:05 left to go in the half. St. Joe's Prep did burn a timeout earlier.
That's Jeremiah Trotter just put up that mask.
Start for the 15.
Put up that mask and when it won.
Back out of the field. Up by
Put up the
17
mask. That's Jeremiah Trotter.
Down flips back to left and
The
House.
guy not the sun.
And a blocker. House will run out of bounds and stop the clock. 1:57 to go. Noble House to the 22-yard line and a gain of 7. St. Joe's Prep runs its version of the screen, and House there, instead of trying to pick up some extra yards and maybe staying in bounds, just simply heads across the sideline after a gain of 6. First catch of the day for Noble House. Maurice Clark checks in as a wide receiver. He split out to the right. Harrison split out to the left by his lonesome. 3 receivers, and Higgins, Clark, and Cooper on the right side.
Cooper!
And Cooper is open, makes the catch. Makes the first man miss to the 30. Cuts it back the other way to the
Hey! Cut! Go! Oh! No way! Touchdown! St. Joe's! Oh. I'm sorry, St. Joe's Prep.
Took a half a minute. And Cooper, the quarterback last year, on his way to Temple. Great throw again by McCormick. He is spot on with the accuracy tonight. 78 yards and the hook up the first pass caught by Cooper. And now he has to take a knee and try to be the holder after running 78 yards for the touchdown. A great run after the catch by Malik Cooper. Made a couple of people miss, including Judah Tome. He had him backpedaling from the get-go. And now here comes Chada on for the extra point.
It's good!
Through with 1 minute 42 seconds left to go. St. Joe's Prep with the ultimate response. 31-7. St. Joe's Prep on top. He actually got to McCord.